This week on the podcast, we're breaking barriers. We're crossing lines. You think you're going to distract it? I'm a full-on professional, Danny David. Don't worry about it, bro. Because we're doubling down. We do not have one straight white comedian this week. No, we're doubling down. Elon Musk bought Twitter so I can do whatever the fuck I wanted. You leave me alone. We have two white straight comedians. We were looking throughout the whole of Liverpool. We find the two whitest guys that we can find because we want to hear from them. Because this is 2022 and the industry needs diversity. But we don't play that game, okay? Because I don't know anybody. Everybody's white in this fucking city. And listen, if you're over there at the YouTube and you're watching this, the subscribe button is just looking at you. Just fucking give a little MMA, UFC elbow. And just press it and leave us a 5-star review on iTunes. And if it's not 5-star, I don't want it. And if you want a weekly bonus episode and an exclusive podcast I do with my missus, patreon.com/mikeyanek starts from £1 a month. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, are we ready to get this party started? Woo! White people in the building. This episode is called Yes, bro, let's go. One of our guests is red in the face already. Hell yeah, bro, I love it. Factor 50. Factor 50, no problem.
Sweating.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome this week's guests. We're gonna fucking have some fun. Danny, Davies, Gary, Hyland, the What's Happening podcast.
Yes. You have got issues, lad.
Yes, mate.
I remember when you told me that you're like, you don't drink, you don't take any drugs. I don't believe that, even slightly.
I am drugs, mate.
Drugs. No, honestly, if there's one person I don't want to see on cocaine, it's you. You're bad enough without it.
Just sniffing Yanek everywhere.
Sniffing big stripes on Mikey Mayhem.
Yes, lads, how we doing, boys?
Fucking good, man.
Before this podcast gets cancelled, you know what I'm saying? Let's share some opinions over there. What's happening, lads? How you doing?
How are you, Mike, more importantly?
I was a bit late to this podcast. That's why I'm sweating over here. You know what I'm saying? I was late. I was running over and forgot my pistols. But it's okay.
What a sentence. I forgot me pistols.
Forgot my
Where are the pistols? Where have you forgot them? Are they in the house?
They're
have you
in
left
the
them
house.
on the bus?
Yeah, no.
There's going to be a bus getting stopped.
If you've left them in a public place,
Three little. You've seen the size of them. They're small, but they're vigorous. You know, they're like this.
A bit like my penis.
That's how Mike's beard. That's how Mike's beard describes it.
Yeah.
He's small, but he's vigorous.
No,
is that what your special episode with your beard is? Small and vigorous.
Starting off. Yes, lads. I love it, bro. So happy that you're here.
I'm happy that I'm here, mate.
The first time that we're having two guests, you know, on the free episode. Now, we have to talk about first. Let's start off with Gary Hyland.
Go on.
Because, Gary, we're going to give you a bag of condoms, bro. Like, what are you doing? Gary is 30 years old. He has 12 kids now.
12 kids in counting,
The most scouse man on the planet. Yeah. Redhead and 7 kids.
I just like child tax credits. That's all it is. That's fucking sad.
Why do you have so many kids, Gary?
Right, do you want to know the true story, right? It's me missus, right? So me missus's logic is, how do I know how many of my kids are going to be knobheads when they grow up? That's exactly what my bird said.
Really?
She's a very family-orientated person, right? And she's one of 6, and 3 of her family members are debatable knobheads, right? So when she goes around to her mum and dad's and all that, and they all have big parties or like Christmas and all that, 3 of them don't really get involved. And she said, I want my kids to like come round to ours when I'm older, look after me and get involved. I don't know if 50% of them are going to be pricks and aren't going to be there, so I just want loads of kids.
But,
that's all it is.
Right, it's just a question of logic.
Go on.
Yeah. Surely the more kids she has increases the chances of there being more knobhead kids.
Yeah.
Is she not?
She's finished now. Told her no more.
4th on the way now,
Yeah, 4th's on the way. 4th's going to be in about 3 weeks.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She's getting induced.
By the time this podcast comes out?
Yeah, she's getting induced early, so they've told her they're not going to let her get past 38 weeks fucking pregnancy. Like, so.
But yeah, do you want to put a little apology out to your kid now for the genetics?
You're going to have a fun time in school,
I'm having a ginger kid being born in the height of summer, mate. He's going to fucking die.
That baby's going to just grow up red.
Yeah. And also with global warming and stuff, he's going to have, like, on his 20th birthday, he's going to be melting.
He's just going to be one big fucking blister in it. Like my fucking dick from all the goosing, just full of blisters.
But that is fucking... But that is fuck you. 50%. That is a very bad ratio of
bad
the
ratio.
kids. That's horrible. That.
I blame the parents.
Yeah, that's definitely Amar's fault.
And if I'm the parents, they're all gonna be fucking knobheads.
Yeah, you've got 100% knobhead kids.
100%. Yeah. All the three I've got now, knobheads.
How many of them are like yours? Because wasn't it like when you got into the
'Cause me
missus,
bears
she
are
had like a
slagging
few. Melanie, no, we love you, Melanie. Look into my eyes, Melanie. You're a very nice woman, okay? My sperm doesn't work. I'll give you no kids. I'll give you a night to remember, okay? Have you ever shagged the Greek waiter? Okay, no problem. I'm second best.
Have you ever shagged the Bulgarian midget?
Oh, talking about midgets, right? Sorry, we forget cancelled. We were in Sainsbury's before, and there was a little person with a pram with a baby in it, and Lennon just started laughing at it in her face. And I was like, Lennon, you can't laugh. He was like, I thought it was a kid dressed up as an adult.
Oh my God.
So my bird had to give him the genuine talk about how little people it's classified as disability and you can't laugh at them and stuff. And I was just
No, you can't. Just let them see you.
I was just holding laughter and going, listen to your mum, mate.
just stop laughing at it.
He was like in her face though, buzzing at it, and I was like, fucking hell.
Nah, to be fair though, to a kid, like I can't remember the face. I mean, I saw a little person riding a bike once, and it was amazing.
Were you in the circus?
No, obviously, I may as well admit it was Belvale. You know what I mean? Like, it was, and like I was going past the shopping centre in the car with my mum in Belvale, and like it was one of them little kids' bikes, and he just took the stabilisers off. He was just
Oh my God.
pedaling up the hill in the car.
Look like a little fucking chimp. What them little monkeys in the circus on the bikes?
Hasbulla.
One of them. Oh, lad.
Fucking hell, dude.
I drove past the car yesterday, and someone had a sticker of Hasbulla on the fucking back of the car. Like the whole windscreen was just his head.
Why? Hasbulla.
Yeah.
Really?
My little brother got one for Christmas. He got like a life-size cardboard.
Oh, yeah, I've seen one of those.
Looks
Yeah,
like
got-
Yanek.
Yeah. Comes with the sunglasses and 2 little pistols.
Yes, lad. Okay, should we tell the story of how
on.
I met your missus? But I
Yeah.
want you to tell it because I
You
want
want me
to
to tell the story?
Yeah, from your perspective.
Alright,
yeah.
so fucking the Grove, that boozer.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Mad
So
gig,
I was
that.
running a gig in the Grove, and it
Class. That's fucking class.
was the
ladies and
second one. So the first night we had it outside. It was really good
a
in the
fucking
beer
great gig,
garden. Belter gig. Second time around, he was like, "Listen, I need you to run it indoors." The venue just didn't lend itself to a comedy show at all. It was a horrible layout. So they put us in front of the dartboard, right, and give us this little contingency speaker that was dead tinny and didn't work. So the way we set up, there was like the comedian was under the dartboard there. There was like tables there, like a little staircase. So like me bear, the sister, and a few people were on this side, right? But Yanek weren't aware that they were with me.
Okay.
No idea.
So Yanek was on, and
fucking
the
hell.
speaker was too loud and was dead tinny. So I didn't want to walk across the audience
Yeah.
to turn it down. So I just went to my bed, do us a favour, lower that speaker down a little bit. So my bed just leans over to turn it down, and Yanek's just like, "Whoa, you with the big tits touching me fucking speaker!" And then started going in. He was like, he spent about 3 minutes of material just talking about the size of my bed, Nelly's and everything. Night. And then the penny dropped, and he was like, "Are you Gary's missus?"
Oh, that's so heavy.
I've never seen Yanek slamming in reverse so hard. He was like that, just getting off, lad. Oh, it was
Spinning
fucking, it was golden.
Because you know the thing is, by that time, like we've gigged a few times.
Yeah.
I didn't know him that well,
Yeah.
and he's the booker. You know what I'm saying? I was
Yeah.
like, oh fuck, I'm never gonna get booked again. But you know what the thing is? So
You weren't missing out on that gig anyway.
that gig was fucking shit, mate. But the problem was,
Nah, it was funny, that gig though.
yeah, were you there?
I done it a
That
few
night?
times.
Well, no, not
okay.
that night, but I've ran it a few times.
But the problem
afterwards.
was because as I was talking, and you know how it is when you're on stage, sometimes everything is a blur
Yeah,
unless
yeah.
you
Yeah.
speak to
Yeah,
somebody.
yeah.
And I'm just talking, and all of a sudden I see somebody just literally doing like,
Just
"Oh,
sees areola everywhere,
Fuck.
just fucking
Bro.
swinging in front of his face.
tits, dude. The
Yeah.
tits were out. You know what I'm saying, bro?
That's why I've got 400 kids.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
She's
saying?
got a
Just
track on there.
massive tits.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
was like, Christ, Omar, I've never seen tits that big so close. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, what the
I've
fuck
only
is
ever
this?
seen these in museums.
What the fuck? British tits. You know, they got little freckles and shit. You know, they're all pale and stuff. It's like, fuck yeah, bro. I can see my reflection, bro.
Little skin
You know what I'm
tags and
saying?
everything.
She's
The,
so...
the Bulgarian tits never get freckles.
No,
is that like
everybody's tan, bro.
Is that a
We don't-
hallmark of the culture?
We don't have freckles because everybody's tan. You know, we're like olive, olive oil type of complexion. I was like, I've never seen tits
What
that
are
white.
Bulgarian women like? Are they nice looking? Like generally?
Yeah, they are.
Because in England we've got like a very 50-50 split of really, really, really nice looking women, and then women who could pass as the fathers of the nice looking women.
Yeah,
it's a mad
Lord of the Rings type of
Yeah.
situation, innit?
Yeah, it's a
The
mad
good-looking
ratio.
women, in this country, they're usually foreign. So that's how it works.
That's true, to be fair.
That's fucking true.
That's actually a
Or
very good
foreign
point.
background. Let's be fucking honest here. What you gonna do, Brendan? Am I being honest or being honest over here? You know what it is. Come on.
We've got women in this country that look like Johnny Vegas. They look more like him than him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and sound like they've been eating gravel for breakfast.
You're right, Duck.
Bro,
Get
like
away from me
Scouse
now.
accent.
Lawnmower starting up, innit?
Whoa.
Hardcore Scouse accent on a woman in this. Oh fucking! It's terrifying.
To be
honestly.
Oh, that's petrifying.
But I said this to my bear the other week,
Fucking
right?
scary,
The
that.
first time I brought my bear back to my Mars, I was just like, please don't talk, because I hated the sound of her voice. Like, and I told her this, and she was like, you cheeky bastard. I was like, I swear, I just didn't like the sound of your voice, and I was like, I don't want to embarrass myself.
Is she
Oh,
Scouse?
heavy.
Is your Mrs.
Yeah,
Scouse?
yeah, she's from Tubruk, lad, fucking.
Oh hell yeah! Right. The
Proper
get up.
Representing.
Yeah, she was born
the
with like scars and
favelas.
asbos and everything. Rough as arsehole. Well.
Born on tag.
So they got stuck, and they were like, oh, the baby's stuck. And then they looked, and it was this tag was just jammed on a mat. It wouldn't come out.
Wouldn't let her pass the fucking threshold the way she's allowed to
Like a
go.
shopping trolley at a Tesco, the wheel just jams up, lad.
Well, yeah.
Mike's confused. What's
You
going
and your
on here?
missus, didn't you say that you got her pregnant on the 4th date or something like that?
No, fucking hell.
Or that was
classy.
some other
Fifth
Scouse
date.
comedian, or that was somebody
Fifth
else
date.
from Liverpool?
No, it's quite early, to be honest.
Because we were coming back from a gig one
Yeah,
time
yeah.
from the middle of fucking nowhere, and you were telling me the story.
Yeah. No, it was...
We were in McDonald's, remember?
Yeah,
coming
no,
from Wakefield or
We
something.
had all great conversations
Yeah,
happening.
yeah.
you know
Fucking
this.
one at night.
No,
yeah.
we'd,
Yeah.
I think we'd had a bit of a lull in our relationship. We weren't really getting on that much. And then mum and dad were away on holiday, and she texted me and was like, why don't you come round to ours? So fucking
Bow,
round,
chicken,
smashed
bow,
leftovers in.
wow.
We cried during the session, like, because...
During sex.
So like, at the time, like, she wasn't on any contraception or nothing, and I had a shit pull-out game, but
we
the
can
amount
tell.
of times...
Gary,
The amount of times that
Gary, we can tell you.
the amount of
you have
times
zero
that
game, lad.
I'd unloaded me junk inside her, right? And there was...
That's a horrible way of phrasing that.
And there was no scares. Like, there was never any scares going, I think I'm pregnant. So I just assumed I was fucking dead. Like, me sack was finished. You know what I
Shooting
mean?
blanks,
Yeah. I thought there was blanks
money,
everywhere.
money.
So I went round, and we hadn't really spoke for a couple of weeks. Went round, and yeah, we fucking started sleeping together. And we just like cried into each other's fucking arms and everything. It was dead emotional.
That's so sweet.
And then she texted me saying she was pregnant, and I was like, how heavy.
And he's crying again.
Fuck,
I
dude.
was like, fucking hell, you said romance is dead, eh?
And I remember the very first birthday I ever shagged. I was like 18, 17, 18, proper late bloomer.
Yeah.
And she was obsessed with having kids. Like young. She was like a year younger than me. And because her ma had her when she was dead young.
Yeah.
So she wanted kids when she was young, and she told me she was pregnant
She
once
was
when she
collateral
wasn't.
damage.
And she told
daddy
me,
issues.
she told me once that she was pregnant when she wasn't, and a mate went along with it. And I was there at 18, pricing up flights to Spain and fake passports and that, going to leave the fucking country. Turns out she wasn't pregnant, lad. She just blagged the whole thing.
She was just skits.
Fuck,
Yeah,
dude.
Nuts, lad. Nutcase,
That's scary, that, you know?
Nutcase.
You know, in America, some places, abortion is not legal. How fucking scary is that? You just hook up with a random girl, she gets pregnant,
And you can't get abortion.
Yeah, and
it's
then,
illegal,
you know.
it's illegal in Ireland still.
Just wait till it's born and volley it. Just avoid that problem before it starts, you know what I mean? Before it's even cried, just...
Fucking hell. Oh, by the way, just for the record, he was 17, she was 16. Because you said 17, 18. No, mate. You were 17, okay? You were not 18 shagging a 17-year-old or a 16-year-old.
Whatever.
No. He was 17.
He's a fucking renowned paedophile. He owns it. He owns it.
No, I am not. I want to get that out there right now.
The views of Danny Davies are not associated with the Mikeyanek show, okay?
Just want to clear the air on that, but I'm not a paedophile.
Yeah, we need to make sure that you were 17 and she was 17 or 16 or whatever. You were not 18, mate. Okay?
Either or.
No, you were not.
Isn't age a mad thing though when it comes like relationships and all that? Because obviously it's fucking heavy when you're like, you know, dancing around.
Why can't
15,
my baby
16.
12?
That's why we have him in the studio, ladies and gentlemen.
Fresh
so
meat.
he can tell the crazy shit.
Oh, stop it.
How old are you, lad?
24.
24.
I just look magnificent for my age.
Hey, bro, come on. You're 24, you're young. What are you talking about magnificent? Like, fucking... You look good, but you're young. You're supposed to look young.
No, well, that's it. I mean, I do still look about 18, 19 now.
Yeah, you do.
But like my
yeah.
dad turned 50 yesterday, and if he told you he was like 36,
believe
37,
him.
you wouldn't question it.
How old? So hold on. How old was your dad then? 26 when he had you?
Yeah, because
Yeah?
I'm like pretty. I'm like
Yeah.
You the older?
I'm the oldest out of my siblings.
How many have you got?
Just a younger brother.
Oh, is that just 2 years?
This segment is called Scousers Doing Math. Everyone's like, oh, fuck it.
I still haven't got a maths
lad.
GCSE.
I don't know, lad. No fucking idea.
Just fingers everywhere.
Okay, so I want to know, tell me about like your generation then, because like, are you on TikTok? Like, what's happening over there? I need to get on TikTok. What's happening over there?
Get your podcast clips on TikTok.
I need to, yeah.
We've had loads that, like, we've got one now that's on like 400,000 views. There's ones with like 300, 200,000. Like, it's worth doing. And then when you know the right times to post them, especially through the week, like, if it's a good clip, like, it'll fly. Like, I always try to average on the podcast. On like the clips, for TikTok. I always want to get however many views it's got, 10% of them views into likes.
Sure. Yeah,
so then it averages, like, some of them go over, some of them go under, but if you can get around 10% of your views as likes, then there it is on the screen there. There's us.
Oh,
there we are.
There we go. And
we've just we hit 10k followers the other day, and then like 2 days later got to like 14,500 followers. So it's been doing really well.
Yeah. Amazing. Well
but
done.
obviously, like, it's bound to, because like I'm an incredibly talented young man.
You are, but you're very handsome as well.
That's very true.
But we were saying this. We were saying this the other day because there's people who've got podcasts at the minute who are fucking flying and smashing it, but they had a following beforehand.
Yeah.
They were either established comedians or they were famous in another avenue, and they just turned to podcasting, and people who were already aware of them, whereas all of us have started from nothing with nobody's really, do you know what I mean?
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
You know this. We're all trying to fucking grind, so it's tough. It's all about persistence. And like we'd been recording the podcast for a good few months, and
It's about last October.
and our numbers were nothing. And then all of a sudden, one clip
on
just
TikTok.
went
That's
bang,
all
and
it
then
takes.
we gained, a bit of a following from that, and it's just spread. So
It's been good as well, because like, I wanted to do it for ages. I wanted to get it started in like 2020, but obviously when COVID came and that everywhere shut down, so we couldn't do it. So I had to wait it out, and then it was in about October last year. Obviously I'd met Gary through the comedy, and the lab used to do it with Alex. We met him through the comedy, so we got together and started it. And then a couple of months ago, I decided to switch it up and get two of my mates on with me and Gary instead. Moved to a
you're not doing it anymore?
Yeah. So originally, I was just producing, man. I was just behind the camera.
I remember.
And then him and Alex, the old co-host, used to just fucking shout at me and talk to me, and I was like, I'm best get mic and camera up here because it's fucking shit podcasting if you're just talking to fucking shadows and echoes in the background.
It made sense as well because you were there with us the whole time. We were recording, and then half of the time the shit you were saying was funnier than the shit that we were saying. So I need to get this man on a camera.
Yeah.
Are you on the camera now?
Yeah. So now because we're in a different studio now as well, it's much easier.
So when I'm on your podcast then, because we're going to release these at the same week, that's the plan, innit?
We'll get you on in the next few weeks.
Yeah, who is going to be? Am I going to be with you two?
So there'll be 5 of us in total.
Jesus.
So
that always works great, by the way, when they have like 7 people in the room.
It's going to be crazy. Sometimes it's just like a fucking Royal Rumble, innit?
Yes, let's go wrestling references. Let's go, baby.
Editing wise, it's a fucking nightmare. Like trying to subtitle clips and all that. I'm just listening to 4 Scouse lads all have a stroke on camera at the same
and the Bulgarian
time.
guy who barely speaks English.
Like fucking Premiere Pro, I've got a new update where you can it'll do a transcript of audio for you and write subtitles for you.
Let's not get too deep into the.
No, just that quick. So I thought, you know what? I'm gonna use that new fucking plug-in for writing subtitles. Doesn't work with Scouse lads at all. Spent more time editing them because it's just gibberish, innit? Just Scouse chatting shit.
Yeah, that's all we do. We just chat shit.
I can imagine, yeah. So tell me, when I was asking about TikTok and stuff, like, how is it? Because like you, obviously, like a different generation. I feel like an old guy now, you know what I mean?
How old are you, mate?
32.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
Inches high.
Yeah. I was at the gig and I said, like, there was old people probably younger than you, and I said I was born in 1989, and somebody literally said, ew. Somebody like 20-year-old, like, ew.
Yeah,
that's the right response, though. You know what I mean?
TikTok, though, like if like for.
I'm asking, no, because like I don't want to get into the too deep into podcasting and all that stuff, comedy. I'm just asking, like, how is it for you? Like, is it like a lot of pressure now with all this social media as a young person? Like, what the fuck's happening?
Not really, because like, generally speaking, the audience that we've built up so far, like we've got about 1,500 following the podcast on Instagram, and then 14,500 on TikTok, and then nearly like 1,000 on YouTube. And all of the people who have actually started following it, and like the audience we've built up, they're all lovely. Like,
and they're a vast age range as well, aren't they?
Yeah, like it goes people who are like 16, 17, and we get people who are like I've had people who have like recognised me outside the comedy club for it, who have been like 30s, 40s. So it's like we built up like a nice following, and like because we don't speak about anything particular, like anything too specific. So it's stuff that anyone could listen to and laugh at, really. Which they do, because it's very funny. And but like it's like everyone's been dead nice. Like whenever a TikTok goes quite big, or we upload the podcast to YouTube, all the comments on it, bar maybe the odd few, are all lovely. So there's no pressure as long as you're getting the right people on.
But going back to saying about the pressure, once you sort of hit a certain threshold with social media, there's requirements to stay on top and grind.
Yeah.
That's where the pressure comes in, I imagine. Like, I hate it.
I reckon that'd be the fun bit, though. I think once it starts getting a bit more like bigger, and once there is a demand for it, I reckon that's when the fun would start with it. Because then you've got to treat it like a full-time job. Then you've got to become obsessed with it.
Get on TikTok, Yanek.
Do it.
I have to, So, but my problem is because the Chinese government. Let me tell you about the Chinese government. I don't know if you know this, but they're hacking your phone if you install TikTok. So what we did is my missus, she has her old phone, but half of the screen is black because it doesn't work or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go to like one of those places where they fix it.
Yeah.
I'll fix it, and the only thing I'll have on this phone is TikTok. Nothing else. And then I'll start putting up, I do like the little reels and stuff for this podcast, and I'll just put it on there.
Yanek, right? If people were really, really tracking us, right, I'd be in jail by now. The amount of shit I've got on my
They're
phone.
waiting for you, bro.
Look at it this way, though. Like,
they're waiting.
If you've got a smartphone, right, you're probably already being looked at.
Oh, yeah,
because it's
of course.
connected to
It's
GPS.
listening, of course.
It's connected to GPS.
Oh, your Wi-Fi?
Like, exactly. Like,
Listening to everything.
Like,
It knows where you are.
there's already probably the UK and the US government watching us. If the Chinese government do it as well, so what?
Yeah.
Like, if they're going to do it, they're going to do
They
it.
make Bosch granite sound.
I love a salt and pepper chicken.
Yeah, it's fucking I had someone chicken last night.
You sell out so quickly, Danny Davies. Okay, tell me about so because I want to get to know you. Okay.
Okay.
Tell me, what are you dating somebody? You seeing somebody? What's the situation? You're a young lad.
I'm a single man.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes, lad. Are you on Tinder? You on like?
No, I got banned off Tinder.
Oh, really? What's up?
Whoa, elaborate.
I don't even know why.
How would you get banned off Tinder?
Genuinely speaking, I haven't got a clue why or how. I used to use it.
Bad reviews.
And then I had a 1-star rating. No, but like I used to use it, and then like I went on one day and it said that my account, it said my account had been banned. So I was like, I'll make a new one. So I made the new one. I had it for like a week, and then that one got banned. And then because I had 2 accounts banned, I couldn't use it anymore. And I was like, I'm not going to go on Hinge and Bumble because I've got self-respect.
Really? Why? I've been on Bumble.
Yeah, but it's full of ugly women. Tinder's where all the fit ones are,
and all the bots and stuff.
See, I feel like a dinosaur because I've never ever been on a dating app in my fucking
Like,
No,
life.
you're too busy making kids, bro.
You're
too busy showing his porn to your missus.
Tinder's the worst place on earth, and it's not even a real place. Like honestly, it's bad.
Tinder is weird.
Like,
Yeah.
like I'm 5'11". I didn't quite make the cut for 6 foot by an inch.
Yeah,
1 inch.
Yeah.
Right. No, that's why I've got these shoes on, so I'm 6 foot. But and then like the amount
Kale Platt in one sentence.
the amount of girls who would message, yeah, how tall are you? 5'11", unmatched.
Mate, I'm 5'3", bro. You know how much lying I've done on that website? I'm 5'7",
But
I'm
the thing is,
5'8".
though, like you look at these birds, like unmatch it because you're not 6 foot. But you're the fucking scruffy little knobheads, right? Who tits hang down, they've got like Sudocreme on the nipples, got to drag them on the floor and everything, and they fucking stink. Do you know what I mean?
I just used to, as soon as someone takes
Hot
me,
kettle black, stop throwing stones in glass houses, you little scruffy bastard.
As soon as someone says to me, how tall are you? I just go, how much do you weigh?
Yeah, it is.
And then you reverse the question, and they don't. That might be why I got banned. That could be why I got banned.
You're fat shaming people with
Yeah,
mental
fat
health
shaming,
issues.
But like,
lash you.
it's just like I'm a single man at the minute. Me, I have not got time for a girlfriend. I try to keep myself busy with like the comedy and the podcast and that, and like having a girlfriend just like it's an extra responsibility. Then you've got to like spend time with them, listen to them. It's just, you know what I mean?
I gotta care for her. You
It's
know,
not something that I'm prepared to do. Is what I'm
I
saying.
gotta say nice stuff, take her out, give her food. What the fuck is this?
I've got to tell her she
Come on.
looks nice. You've got to listen to a problem. It's like, I've got,
Sorry, I see something before, right? Sorry, just take quick. It was this fella was stopping like parents and kids in the street, and they were asking the kids, "What's the worst thing like you've lied to your mum about?" Right? And all the kids were chatting shit, and this little kid just went, "I said my mum looked nice in a dress when she didn't." I was like, "You're a legend."
that wouldn't be my kid anymore.
That seems like one of your kids, you know what I'm saying? Like,
My kids. Well, literally just before I came out, right, we were lying on the bed, and it was just me and my bird lying on the bed, and Lennon walked in, and Lennon just looked at me bird and went, "You have mega tits."
what?
Out, he's twisted.
He's spending too much time around you, that kid, man.
He's watching this show, bro. Like,
He looks a bit like you, actually. He's got a bit of a jaundice complexion.
He's just a bit taller.
How old is he? How old is he?
5.
5.
Lennon's 5, yeah. He's got an obsession with tits. He's bad.
What a guy.
Nice.
He's
We
so
should have
bad.
him on the podcast,
Bad,
bro.
we'll get him on the pod. He is.
You and
Swear
him
to
on the
God. He's
pod.
hilarious,
That would be
though.
hilarious.
Lennon's funny.
Lennon, how did you... John Lennon, right? Is
No,
that-
I hate the name Lennon. Like, he's my favourite kid out of the 3, right? No, I'm not arsed. Like, people always say, you're
Yeah,
horrible
you
for
always
having
have a
I've got
favourite, yeah, let's
I'm
be
not arsed.
fucking
I have, yeah,
honest.
the other
Yeah,
2 were
yeah,
knobheads at times.
yeah.
But I hate the name Lennon. Like, where I worked, we named our 3 shifts after the 3 favourite Beatles. So it was Lennon, McCartney and Harrison. And my old shift was Lennon, and I fucking hated the shift. And my babe was like, I want to call the baby Lennon. And I was like,
No.
I don't. Like, I'd rather have an abortion than call him Lennon. Like, that's where I was at. And then she told the mom and the sisters that it was Lennon, and then she told the other 2 kids that it was called Lennon. So the other kids were going up and talking to her belly. I'm like, Lennon. So I fucking lost, you know what I mean? But he's my favourite now, so it's all right.
Is that the one? So hold on, you said that when you met her, there was one kid already.
Yeah, Lila. She already had a child.
Ah, okay, Lila.
Yeah.
So Lennon is...
And that's his least favourite one.
Is that the lady?
No, to be fair, Lila's sound. Archie's... No, to be fair, I like them all the same. Lennon more.
Have you got kids?
No, I don't have
That you
any
know
kids.
of?
I don't know. I don't have any kids, bro.
Just some little kid with a goatee running around Bulgaria going, hello, it's me and Mike. Oh, like you were Italian then.
Yanek.
I don't know, bro. It's kind of like they look like I fucking hate kids. That's the first thing. You
I'm
know
not
what
a
I
fan
mean?
of them.
That's where
They're
that's
so
where it ends,
annoying.
isn't it?
That's why when I see you with 4, and I was like, how do you do it, bro? Like, it's so crazy, you know? By the way, I gave you shit about your phone, but I forgot to turn off my phone.
that
You hear
yours
these little
going?
notifications?
Just grind the notifications going off.
Yeah, he's not on Tinder, he's on Grindr though. Loves it.
Yes, let's get some dick. Let's go.
You gonna have kids?
But you know, the thing is, they seems like such a fucking nightmare. When I go to Home Bargain and shit, and they, you know, a family with like 5 kids or whatever, and they're all over the place and they scream and shit. And it's like, oh my fucking God. They're so annoying.
Other people's kids are dickheads. Like,
But even your kids, like so I have a little sister, she's 20 years younger than me, right?
Yeah.
And I have a little cousin, he is 9 years old.
Yeah.
I come from a big family, right?
Yeah.
So when I go back to Bulgaria, I love them, they're great. But after 3 hours with them, I'm like, oh,
Yeah, I've had
fucking hell,
enough,
I'm
yeah.
getting exhausted now.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if you have to like look after that kid?
that's why I started
all the
doing
fucking
comedy, so I could fucking escape.
Yeah. It's like an old joke, innit? Like dads and stuff. Oh, I'm doing this so I can get out of the house. But I think there's kind of a point to it, isn't it?
Of course, yes.
That's, do
Fucking
you know
hell.
what? Do you know the reason I don't really want kids is because like I'm 24 years of age. I really can't look after myself. I don't even know how to use my own washing machine, and it's been in the house like 10 years.
Do you live with your parents?
Yeah.
I was gonna say you can't control them urges.
Yes.
Oh man.
Just jacking up over there.
I don't know where this is coming from. That I'm a paedophile, you know.
Danny over there in the
just
corner
wanna
just
stop,
jerking it.
Trying to start a vicious rumour. But no, like I just like I always see people with kids and they never look like they like them.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
and I know when I was a kid, I was a little wanker. Yeah. Like honestly, like my mum and dad. I reckon if there was ever a point where my mum and dad could have just gotten rid of me without being frowned upon, they would have done it.
Yeah.
And like I'm not responsible enough for the kid either. Like I leave like my phone on the train sometimes, and that.
Yeah.
And like if you leave a kid on a train, the chances of getting that back's very slim.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Especially if you didn't
You be like, just fucking keep it. What he said, didn't you? What he said? What he said, didn't you? What he said?
I said especially if you're in Portugal.
I know this reference. Fucking hell. Yes. This is the clip for Instagram. Let's go, baby.
And that's why you don't let your kids be Evertonians.
Fucking hell. Jesus Christ. Well, you're too young, though. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about it. You're 24. You know, one day, you know, when you get older and shit. But yeah, kids seem like a fucking nightmare. Why do Scousers are obsessed with having kids? I've never seen so many
I think what it
kids
is, right? I think
in
what
a
it is,
family.
is like
Literally.
the way.
When's the
like,
last time you saw white people with 7 kids, bro?
the way humanity works.
You know what I'm saying? What the fuck?
I think the way the human race works is we need people. So I think what they're doing, if for the better of a species, is just coming in the birds and making more kids.
Just multiplying.
Just multiplying kids.
Do you know what? And again, I get it. A lot of Scousers do have a lot of kids.
So
and
many?
I don't know why. Don't know the reason.
You
why,
don't have
like,
telly or something in this part?
Fucking
Like, what
gotta
the
tell
fuck,
you.
man?
Yeah, but it's shit though, innit?
Fucking yeah, that's true.
May as well just clap your birds.
It's just that, right. It's that right. Condoms are shit. I know
Have
that
you
they're-
ever tried one?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
always
don't-
say the same
I
thing,
don't
right?
trust you,
I know
Gary.
they're there for a reason, but they're terrible. And then
don't know, I don't
when
trust
you're
you.
on them vinegar strokes, right, and you're about to fucking
Vinegar strokes.
cum your whack everywhere, the last thing you want to do is pull out. Do you know what I mean?
Nah, do you know what it is? Like this is why
Amazing.
I don't really use condoms myself. On the very rare occasion, they actually have sex. But
Really? You look like a guy who slings some dick.
I was just trying to be modest. I was trying to be humble.
Okay.
I don't know why, right? He gets pure fucking like comments all over the TikTok and all that. Like,
loads of girls always comment on the TikTok. I fancy the blonde one, and I'm like, so do I.
Well,
he looks ill. Why?
I do, but I think, do you know what though? So does Pete Davidson, and he's shagging Kim Kardashian.
He's had a little fucking few birds, and he
must just go for that sort of kidney failure look that I've got going on. You know what I mean? Yeah. But like, it's just one of them. Like,
come down to ours and do some dialysis for me, girl.
Do you want to come down to ours and watch how yellow me piss is? But no, it's just like the thing is,
burning the skin when you give them a golden shower.
it's like I'm acid attacking them. But the thing is, like with condoms,
this is escalated.
Yeah, this is no attempted murder. But the thing is with condoms, the reason I don't really use them is because like let's say you're going for a spa day. And you're getting
that's something
a nice
I
little
do.
back rub.
Yeah, of course.
You're getting a nice little back rub. You're not going to leave your t-shirt on, are you?
Mate, I work.
That's a good analogy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know?
Yeah.
You know,
I've never been to a spa. I probably look like a working one, but I've never been to a...
He looks like he does boss pedicures.
Honestly, like I just, there's no problem. I'll fix it, you know? Like fucking little Turkish massage or whatever, you know? But like, no, bro. Do you go to spa?
I've been for a massage once.
Was it like one of those happy finish?
It was.
Really?
Yeah,
tell us all about it. Come on. We're talking over here about TikTok algorithms. Who gives a fuck? Tell us about you getting wanked off
so basically,
by a Thai lady, most likely.
I went there on my own. And
it'd be weird if you didn't go on your own with a group. Just going with someone else, just getting a massage together. Sword fighting with the Thai bird.
I've went there. They've been like, there's room 5 or room 3 upstairs. That's free. Go in, make yourself comfy. Okay. We'll be up in a minute. Now, there was 2 women working at the time. There was one who was about 50, and there was one who was about my age who was gorgeous, and I'm thinking, I hope to fucking God this 50-year-old doesn't come up these stairs. So I've got upstairs. I've never been.
A big wrinkly bean all over your head.
Horrible. No, I've never been to one of these places before, so I didn't really know how it works. So I'm sat there upstairs with my fucking jeans still on like that. Fully clothed, shoes are still on and everything, you know what I mean? And she comes up, and I was like trying to make small talk with her, because apparently that, you know, that's what I thought you did. And she's like, if you just want to like take your jeans off, take your top off, we'll get you on the table. I was like, Santa, took my jeans off, took my top off, and my shoes. And like, and just like left me underwear on. She's like, oh, don't take that off as well. I was like, yeah, okay. I was like, okay. So I've laid down. I've laid like on my front. She's put this little towel over me, bum. I felt dead classy. And then she's giving me this massage, and she's like, oh, so like, what you doing at the time? I was studying psychology. I studied it for like 3 weeks, but I didn't want to seem like I was not interested, so I told her I still did it. And then she was like, oh yeah, I've got loads of problems. I was like, I was like, okay. So like, I'm there getting this back massage. And she starts unloading all this shit. I mean, she's like, you're very tense. I'm like, I wonder why. Like, I wonder why that is. And then she's been like, you just want to like turn over. And I was like, yeah, son. So I've already got a semi at this point, like, you know what I mean? Like, as she's massaging up my legs, she's intentionally like getting closer to me balls, and like every now and again, because like I was oiled up to fuck, lads. So every now and again, like she'd run up my leg, up my gooch, and then like just brush a little thumb over the bumhole. It was great. Honestly, it was great. So I'm there every time she was on mine, they go, and then when she turned over, she put this oil on me dick, starts giving me a wank and that.
What?
And then she goes, I'm not going to name the place because like, I don't want to get them in any trouble.
Come on,
and then nah.
Give him some free publicity.
Classified as a barber's on Google, just so you know.
So she goes in, she goes, I shouldn't really do this. And she goes, what? So I'm like, they're going,
like, just really quickly, right? Because giving a chew with baby oil, was that be weird in your grin, mustn't it?
Well, I respected her for it.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and then like as she's like sort of like got off me, like she's like turned and like her ass is facing me, and like
stranded ass.
Like, but she being kissing me and that. So I was thinking, what the fuck's going on here?
How many other fellas has he chewed off his kiss chest?
I didn't give a fuck.
You've just tasted some other fella's porridge.
Lad, it was great. And as she's turned around, some little voice in my head went, scran her ass. So I've just done it. And then like we kept like nearly shagging, and she said, like, we can't. I was like, okay. Fuck. And then it kept getting to it again. It's like, we really can't. And I was like, okay. And like every like 2 minutes or so, it'd get to the point where like we were nearly having sex, and she'd be like, we really shouldn't. I was like, okay, yeah. So I'm just like all over there. And then afterwards I had to like get dressed and fuck off. And then she's being like, oh no, we need to get a shower first and like wash the oil off and that. So I was like, yeah, son, get the shower, things are in the shower, gets dressed and then fucks off home. And it was one of the greatest experiences of my life to date.
What the fuck,
It was amazing.
dude? Where is this place? I need to go and do some research.
I'll tell you after we finish.
Tell it for the Patreon. Okay? Fuck, dude. How much did you pay for this?
Like 80
Why
quid.
the fuck we didn't start off with this story, Jacob?
80
Talking about their fucking podcast and TikTok numbers. Who gives a shit?
80 quid. Honestly, 80 quid. Best 80 quid I've ever
Oh
spent.
my fucking god, dude, that's amazing. Is it advertised? There's like just a normal massage or like?
It's common knowledge, innit?
Yeah.
They all have frosted windows. There's one.
Yeah.
There's one
Really?
facing the Tesco in Old Swan that's got the most bang-on name as well ever. It's called Suck Thai.
Oh my god.
What?
Is that what that's called?
That's what it's called. Suck Thai. Just gonna suck your fucking plums
Oh,
everywhere.
so it's like a Thai massage or something, right?
Yeah, well, like most, because like in Thailand, like apparently it's like a cultural thing, innit? It's like that's how you get a massage. It's like
Really?
like over the
It's a lingam massage.
What the
innit?
fuck are we doing in this country, bro?
Yeah, you
Weather
know,
shit.
Well,
food
that's
is
what,
horrible.
like, I had a flatmate, right? We fucking lived together, and his bird bought some vouchers for a spa weekend, right? So she thought me and him were gonna have a nice spa weekend, and he decided to take me instead, right?
Oh,
So,
yes,
but it was a
lad.
legit spa, like it was like Formby fucking Hall, proper
Lovely,
posh one,
one.
lovely, right? So I knew this wasn't any fucking messing around. You weren't gonna get your plums stroked or not, and this was legit. And we were in a room together, a bit gay, but we were together, right? me and Will get a massage at the same time, right? And then Will just turned around, whipped the towel off, and went to the woman, massaged that, and just had a fucking rod on. Night security grabbed us and swung us out. That was heavy. I was proper into the massage, and I was like, "Why'd you have to get your pipe out your dickhead?"
Well, no, you know what? Lad? All wanking aside, like, but the actual massage was great, lad. Like, I've been saying it, so my back was a bit sore, my legs were a bit sore, and lad, I left that place feeling like a brand new man. I felt amazing, lad.
That's right.
Like, all jokes aside, I'd go back.
How many fucking star review you giving it then?
At 6 out of 5.
Yeah.
6 out of 5. Well, it was
Yeah, I
fucking
love
brilliant.
all that.
So is that the only massage you've ever been to?
Yeah. I'd definitely get another one. I'd definitely go
Yeah.
back. Because
Why haven't you been back?
I'm skint, lad. I can't afford. I just can't afford 80 quid.
Can't get a Thai massage on Klarna.
I can't pay them with my good word. You know what I mean? So like I've had to just leave it as a little 1-8 wonder for now, lad. But I definitely recommend it. Like it's great.
How
lad.
long ago was that?
I don't know, maybe like 7 or 8 months ago, something like
Oh
that.
wow, soon. Oh,
It was
okay.
fairly recent. Maybe like at the very longest, maybe like a year. I'm not too sure. But
Wow.
lad, it was fucking
So,
fantastic.
so how long do you think a regular massage is? Just a normal, like 25 quid, maybe 30? There's no way it's 80. Just a regular massage, just like the back, and that's it for like half an
Yeah,
hour.
I think it's like fucking, if you look at price ranges, because I think it's about 25, 30 quid for like half an hour.
Yeah. So when you saw 80, were you like, something's gonna happen here?
Oh
or you
no,
were
that's
just
why
like,
I went. I knew it was going to happen.
Oh, you really? Oh,
Yeah,
you
like
knew?
that's why I went.
Oh.
Like, I haven't been. I was fairly like, recently single. I had a little bit of money, so I was like, "Fuck it, why not?" But then, like, so for like just
I
a
get it now.
massage, I think it was about like 30, 40 quid, and then for them to be naked while they do it, it was like 50, 60. But
For
then-
them to be naked?
yeah. But then for the happy ending, it was like another 20.
Was she
like,
completely naked?
I might get a
Yeah.
Twitch
What?
here, lad.
Bro, what the... Jacob, let's go and film something for the Patreon, bro. we open the PornTube account. Let's go, bro.
Fuck Patreon had OnlyFans in.
Yeah,
You know what I
fucking
mean?
hell.
Exclusive content.
God damn it, man.
Just a little oily Bulgarian just slapping it from there.
With my little booty cheeks, she's just over there just... Hell yeah, bro. I don't give a fuck, Jack. That's amazing, dude. How was it advertised? So, like, normal massage 35. What did they say the other thing for, like...
Well, so it's you can get a massage.
yeah.
Which is just a standard on the back, on the shoulder, on the legs, and then you get out. But you can get what they call a full body massage.
Ooh,
And then
is that the...
that's the but
that's the
then
code, innit?
like there's the one where they're
Including
naked.
the penal region.
The one where they're naked is a body to body full body massage.
Ooh.
So it's a very but you know what? Honestly, right?
Do you have a voucher discount or something? Like a code? I want to go, bro.
Mike going in with his coupon book like that.
Yeah, girl. I seen this on Voucher. But yeah.
Do they
that
do
out there, by
couples,
the
by
way.
the way? If I go with my,
Voucher?
if I go with
Fucking
my
hate
missus,
Don't take your missus there.
Don't take your bed.
Do not
because
take.
there's no way I'm gonna go by myself.
Well,
I'll be like, babe, we have like
if
a
you've
massage.
got a bed, you can't go for a Thai massage.
Why?
Because it's fucking cheating on your bed.
Well, yeah, that is cheating on your bed.
Fucking hell, man.
unless you be completely okay with your beard being on a table 3 feet from you getting the arse finger off it.
From another woman, yes. From another woman, yes. From
Imagine some big fella just come in.
Some big chesty type. He's there fucking.
We were talking about big dicks in work the other week, right? And we googled like the world record penis size, right? And the current living person is about 13 inches, but the biggest dick ever recorded was from a fella in the 70s, right? And it was 16 inches long.
Wow.
There's no way you could use that.
No. Isn't that a guy?
His name was Long Dong Silver. That's his name, swear down. But like, I got 16 inches on me tape measure and work,
That's
and I was
insane.
like,
yeah,
it doesn't even fit in me drawer.
yeah.
No, there's no way it's
What are you
fitting
doing
in
with like that? Is
someone
berserk.
else's
Isn't it?
Wasn't that a guy? I think he's like an Indian village or Brazilian village. The 13 centimeters. I've seen a documentary on Vice.
There was a fella that,
And he has it like taped to the fucking.
Didn't
Is
they
that
on
the
top
same
of
guy?
I've got to do that. It's a nightmare.
Is that the same guy?
you
It's a pain in the ass.
Didn't they on Dublin used to have to tape his dick to his leg when he was playing footy?
I think so. Yeah, I think
Dicks.
he did.
Big
All right,
dicks
lads,
everywhere.
we did 40 minutes. Oh yeah, okay, let's just see that. Yeah, that's
my
that's the
God.
guy. Yeah.
He put socks on it and everything. But see that kid with the white shorts on in the middle lying down? He was on this morning.
See him.
So we went on this morning with Phil and Holly,
was the other guy?
and he showed them a picture of his dick, like on his phone.
Have you seen?
I've seen this
Have
guy.
you seen? Right, this is fucking crazy. Right, so you know Harvey Price.
Yeah.
Right, this isn't even a joke about Harvey Price. This is giving him
The
some
video of
fucking.
the nightclub the other day.
No. There's a picture. See,
his sword?
yeah,
In his grey
like,
pecs next
see
to
if you
his
can
man?
find it.
Oh my God.
Type in Harvey Price family picture,
And then after this-
and there's just an outline of some proper big chopper, and it's like this mic stand in his kecks, like this
Jesus.
big chopper.
But after this, Jacob, boil your hard drive, right? Because your
Yeah.
search history's
Look
getting...
at
Look
that!
at that, lad! For a chopper! Look at the size of that, lad!
How mad's that?
Mate, look at the size of that piece on him, lad.
We have to blur stuff out now, Jacob. Boy, show me.
Good job, Blair. And I you play the whole screen. That's
That
a
is-
big piece.
Like, that's got its own heartbeat and everything. Do you know what I mean?
That's got
Where?
its own.
I can't see nothing. What? This? Where?
The great tracksuit.
Look at the great tracksuit, mate.
Oh, this.
Yeah.
How
geez.
can you not see that?
Oh,
You just wanted them to zoom in, didn't you, you
That's
little
bigger
freak?
than you.
fucking hell, lad. How old is this kid?
He has to pay
This
bedroom
kid's
tax for
like
that
15
dick.
or something.
I don't know. He's about 18.
There was a video like literally before when he's like in a nightclub, pure bouncing in the VIP section and all that, with all birds and all that.
Imagine being off your banner in a nightclub and you look to your left and see Harvey Price. I'd head fall off, wouldn't it? What are you doing here, lad?
He got his dick from his half.
We have to wrap up, and we're gonna do
on.
Patreon, and
Sure.
you can tell more stories and stuff.
So for
X-rated,
For
bro.
all of you common scum that are on the Patreon, goodbye.
Join the Patreon now. Before
Yeah.
we go, plug anything you want to plug, you guys. Let's get the fuck out of here.
So on TikTok, it's What's Happening Pod. There's no G on the end of happening. Don't get it confused. On Instagram, there we go. On Instagram, it's What's Happening Comedy, because we do a couple of other little bits that we've got coming up, which isn't just around the podcast, but it's going to be based around comedy. Personal, Danny Davies comedian,
Gary Hyland comedian.
and on the YouTube as well, it's What's Happening Podcast. So we're on about 750 something subscribers. It's been picking up. So go and subscribe to that. Go and follow us. If you don't, you're dead to me.
I've got a 4th child on the way, so any recommendations for food banks in the area, I'd be grateful for that. Nice one.
Or fire stations to just leave it outside. In a little basket.
Yeah.
Mowgli.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you
being
very
here.
much.
We see you next week.
Peace.
Bye.
See you later.
Pew.